Hello everybody. Today I am going to show you my English presentation. My name is Vineet Swaraj. I am from class 9B. My roll number is 47, admission number is 6741 and I am doing a presentation on the chapter from the book Moments, The Adventure of Toto. In this presentation I am going to show the documentary on Toto. Here you can see the picture of Toto. Now let's continue. The Adventure of Toto by Ruskin Bond. First, I am going to give you the overview of this chapter. This chapter is written by a great literary figure born and brought up in India, none other than Ruskin Bond. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about a very mischievous monkey called Toto. Grandfather bought Toto for a sum of 5 rupees from a Tonga driver as a pet, but Toto was always creating a mess in their house. He always tortured other animals and pets in the grandpa's house. And in this presentation, you are gonna have a great fun from the mischievous activities done by Toto in the grandfather's house. So let's begin. Part 1. The entrance of Toto in the house. Here you can see the picture Grandpa with the author taking Toto with him. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver for a sum of rupees 5. The Tonga driver kept Toto in a feeding trough. After seeing Toto, the grandfather decided to make him a part of his private zoo as he already had many of pets to him. Now, here is the character of Toto. See, Toto was a very pretty monkey. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath his deep set eyebrows, and his teeth, which were a pearly white, were very often displayed in the smile. That smile was not good. It frightened many of the people. His hands were very dried up like they were pickled in the sun, but his fingers were very quick, and his tail was like his third hand. Like Lord Shiva has his third eye, Toto has its third hand. He used his tail for hanging on the branches, for scooping up and delicacy that may be out of reach of his hand. He used his tail to get that. Now, stay tuned for the next part. Part 2. Toto as a secret in the house. As grandmother always fussed with grandfather for bringing so many pets in her house, grandfather decided to keep Toto as a secret for avoiding the scoldings of the grandmother, as you all know that grandmother was fed up of too many pets in the house. Grandfather kept Toto in a little closet opening in the author's bedroom wall as they thought that grandma wouldn't find him there. But there is a twist. They didn't know that Toto was very naughty enough to escape from there. They found that the walls was no longer covered with ornamental papers that grandfathers have put on. The peg has been wrenched from its socket and the author's school blazer was in the shreds. But Grandpa didn't worry. He seemed very happy with his performance. He thought that Toto was very clever enough to free himself from any trap. Now, Toto was transferred to a cage in the servants' quarter where a number of pets of Grandpa stayed, like tortoise, pair of rabbits, tame squirrel, etc. Now you're going to see the another part of Toto. The curtains are opening. Here it is. Part 3. Toto's journey to Saharanpur. As Toto was very mischievous and always created a fuss in the house, Grandpa decided to take Toto with him to the journey of Saharanpur. Now, he carried him in a black canvas kit bag, he tied him very tightly that Toto could not move his hands out of the bag, and the bag was so strong that Toto couldn't bite it and escape out. While grandfather was producing the ticket to the TC, Toto successfully poked his head out of the bag and gave him a grim to the TC. As you can see in this picture, how Toto gave a grim to the ticket collector. Then the ticket collector noticed Toto and he warned Grandpa for bringing an animal which was a quadruped to the train and charged a fine against that. Due to this, Grandpa had to pay a sum of money as a fine for bringing a quadruped with him to the railway station. Now, Toto got Grandpa's loss here, and let's see the next slide. For the next part, here it is, acceptance of Toto. Grandmother finally accepted Toto and gave her a place in the stable with a donkey called Nana. Now, Toto and Nana were always fighting like cats and dogs. They never ever became friends. Toto always disturbed Nana with his mischievous activity, and Nana always tried to defend him, but Toto always won and Nana always failed. Here, one day grandfather noticed that Nana was pulling his halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from a bundle of hay. Grandpa gave Nana a great slap and made her separate from Toto. He thought that Nana was disturbing Toto, but he didn't know the whole story. Toto was actually disturbing Nana. Now move to the next and see the grim on the face of Toto. Ha ha! Now, the next part is very interesting. Part 5. Toto got boiled? Oh my god! In winters, Toto was always taking bath in a very warm water. He cunningly checked the temperature with his hands and then gradually stepped into the bath like he was a pro in this. First, he put one foot and then the other until he water reached to his neck. When the water reached his neck, he swam in the water and had a great bath. Here you can see the picture of Toto taking bath in the bathtub and very warm water. Now, when he became comfortable and felt warm in the water, he used soap, shampoos and rubbed all over his body. When the water became cold, he would come out and ran quickly towards the kitchen fire to dry himself. One day he nearly succeeded in boiling himself. Now let's see how. A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire. Toto thought it was for his bath. He jumped inside and stayed there. He could not gather courage to come out as it was so cold outside and the water was very hot and warm. He stayed inside until Grandma noticed and pulled him out of the kettle as a half-boiled monkey. Can you imagine? Toto was literally boiled in that kettle. Now, continue to the next part. And guys, here is the final part. Part 6. Toto is sold. Toto always created a mess in the house. One day, Toto ate the pulao cooked by Grandma for guests, and when Grandma found him, he threw the plate towards her like a frisbee. You can see the plate of pulao. And he took the pulao and made his exit through the window, the jackfruit tree, and ate it completely on the branches of the jackfruit tree. Here is the cunning part of Toto. And next, he finally understood the family of grandfather finally understood that Toto was not the sort of pet they could handle easily. So, finally, the grandfather decided to sell him to the same Tonga driver from where he bought Toto, as Toto was like a headache to that family. He finally found the Tonga driver and sold Toto only for rupees 3 and suffered a great loss of rupees 2 for getting rid of Toto. Here also Toto got a loss to the grandfather. Now, finally Toto was gone and everybody took a breath of relief. Oh my god. Don't go away. The author is left behind, my friend. Stay tuned. Here is the author Ruskin Bond. Author Ruskin Bond. Here is a picture of a great literary author of the universe, none other than Ruskin Bond. You can see his picture clearly. Now, he was born in Kasauli, Himachal Pradesh in 1934. He wrote his first novel, Room on the Roof, which he received a great success. He wrote it when he was only 17 years old. Oh my god, I can't even imagine reading a whole novel in 17 years old. For this book, he received John Levin Rice Memorial Prize in 1957. He has written many novels and so many short story books. In novels like Room on the Roof, Delhi is Not Far, etc., and short stories like Earthquake, Time Stops at Shamli, The Night at Dioli, etc. He got Padma Bhushan in 2004 and Padma Shri in 1999 for his great work in literature and the stories. And he has also published autobiography called Schemes from a Writer's Life. You all must read it. And thank you so much for being a patient listener and a patient viewer and considering my documentary on the adventure of Toto. This is the end. I'm glad that you listened till here. Thank you very much. Namaste to you all.